Hello, welcome to Arc Ant's Nook. I am Anne and I will be doing a pan pouring and a little swatch of these Cotman watercolor paints. I have Indigo and Indian Red for you today. If you're interested, you can check out my Cotman watercolor 20-piece tube set, pan pouring, and also the swatches of that set. I will link everything down below. You can check the description box or the comment section. So here in front of the tube, you see the logo of Winsor Newton, the name of the pigment, and how much paint there is. At the back, you see the paint information and also the AP logo. Okay, here you're gonna see on the end of the tube, you'll see numbers here. I think these are batch numbers or the date numbers where when these paints were made. Okay, so I'll be showing you the nitty-gritty of how I prepare for my individual pans. Okay, so here I just printed out a sticker for the names, and then I just placed them on the side. I tried to place them in the middle, but I think I didn't do a very good job on here, but that's okay. I used, by the way, my Page thermal printer to print out the stickers. The thing with thermal printed paper or stickers is that sometimes they don't last very long. So if that happens, I will just use a permanent marker to write on top of this sticker, this print, I mean. And now I will just use this ceramic plate sauce just to be, a little organized and in case of accidents. Okay, so here we are. We have Indigo. The color code is 322. This one has 3 pigments. We have PBK7, which is also a lamp black. And then we have PB29, which is ultramarine. And we have PB15, which is a phthalo blue. Okay, so as you can see, this paint, the texture of the pigments is so good. It was just the right creamy consistency. It actually held its form while I was pressing and pouring it down on the pan. It was such a pleasant surprise for me that this has a good quality paint texture. Such a dream when I was pouring this out. Look how stable it was. Okay, so just I had such a lovely time pouring this out and mixing it as well. This has a permanence of A, which means that this is a permanent pigment, and the light fastness is 2. And the opacity of Indigo is opaque, and it didn't have like a staining or granulating information. So again, this the texture of the pigment or the paint is beautiful. I just loved mixing this on the pan. Here I was trying to see if it will spill, but no, it was pretty not solid, but just it was very stable. Here is a Montmartre brush, a flat brush. I don't use this for painting, so I will use this for cleanup. But basically I didn't do a lot of cleanup because, like I said, the texture was so good, the paint textures were so good. Okay, so like I did before, I will be using the excess paint from this needle tool that I use for mixing, and here is a light swatch, small swatch. I will be doing the next swatch for Indian Red on cam because I should have done that with Indigo, but I didn't. Sorry. Okay. Now here is Indian Red. The color code is 317. This has only one pigment, which is PR101, which I believe is the same pigment that was used on burnt sienna. The permanence is AA, which means it is extremely permanent, and the light fastness is 1. This one is also opaque, no staining or granulation information on this one as well. Like Indigo, this had a very creamy, stable texture. It wasn't watery, but it is slightly, just a tad bit softer than Indigo. But basically it has that same beautiful, stable, creamy texture. I don't know if just the ones that I got, the Cotman set that I got was, maybe it was old, I don't know, but none of the paints had this stable, creamy texture like in these 8ml tubes. So I don't know what's up with that, but if you are doing like a limited palette, I would honestly suggest that you just buy the single tubes if you are doing a limited palette. Again, beautiful, creamy texture. As you can see, it was very satisfying mixing this on the pan. Because the paints weren't watery, I can honestly see that this will not have like those air bubble craters once they do dry up, on the pans. And on here, I was trying, just playing around, trying to check if it will spill. But no, it didn't. It almost did, but it didn't. So, yeah, very happy with the texture of both of these paints. And now, like I said, I'll be doing an on-cam fresh test swatch of Indian Red. Again, like I did before, I did not mix or add any water to this swatch, so this is just pure paint. See how rich these paints are. It's just so beautiful. The mass tone is really rich. This is a fresh swatch, so of course it's going to be rich, but I really love this Indian Red. But I feel like this Indian Red is a little on the cooler. Is it cooler or warmer? But it is a little bit on the maroonish side. On here, the light wash, where I dipped this in water, I think I went a little bit overboard on the water because this is too light, to be honest. So I just decided to just pull a bit of paint on the fresh test swatch. As you can see, this is such a rich Indian red. Again, it leans a little bit on the brown side, so it looks a little maroonish to me. Still beautiful. And here I did activate the indigo once again, because again this was a thick paint to begin with, and it easily activated. So again, this is a beautiful indigo. It leans on the blue side. Indigo for me is a must-have in all of my palettes, and also Indian red, or at least any PR 101 pigment type of paint is a must-have in my palette. Here's a still picture of the swatches. Please pause at any time. And here is my complete Cotman watercolor palette swatch, my personal palette. Now I'm going to play around with my Cotman watercolor paints, and I will do the review in the future. So keep a lookout for that. Now, thank you so much for watching. I hope I was able to give you some information, useful information about these two paints right here, and I will see you on the next video. So goodbye for now, and take care. See you.